Hello again. My name is Emma and welcome to Saturday Night Threads, even though it's Sunday. Yeah, I was not feeling good at all yesterday. And I still have a sore throat. It's bothering me. It was having a runny nose. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do this tonight. But I didn't want to leave you guys hanging, so I figure I'd do it now, post it, and then I'll come back on later on for Scrap Crafts Sunday. So let me show you what I've been doing during the week and what I want to finish off, because as we know, Valentine's Day is already Tuesday. So as you can see, I already got my boards already decorated, although I didn't really like the way they came out, because I realized that in order for the window clings to show, because they were really red, my backdrops should have been white. And because it was so red, you could barely see the window clings. Some of the window clings, I had to, cut it out and leave the white in there. So I was like, but for next time, I'll know better. But I'll walk you through that tomorrow as I do my Monday tour, like I always do. Okay, but let me show you what I'm doing, because I really do want to finish this heart that I started weeks ago, and only because, like I said, I needed the little darn needle, and I ended up not getting the one I wanted, and then ending up having to run to Walmart and to get a whole set. But let me show you what I'm doing. Okay, so I am finishing off this right here. I'm trying to scoot you in as far as I can. I can't put you on this side because the dog will knock down the camera for sure, and I don't want to take that chance. So I'm doing, hold on, I'm just putting on my glasses. So I bought this little kit at Dollar Tree. And it came with all the little threads, except my first intention was that I wanted it all, the outside to be red, and that's what I was concentrating on, and I did. Most of it is red, and it came out looking like this. Now what happened was that it did come in a grid, all the way around, a whole little square. But what I ended up doing is that I trimmed it out, because I just wanted the heart. That's all I wanted. I didn't want the rest of the plastic grid. And because I've done plastic canvas before, I know where to cut so that the threads won't come out. I've been doing plastic canvas for quite a few years back in the day. But this is where I'm at. Now, I'm trying to finish this row right here, and then I'll be done. So that's where I'm at. And I'll see if you could, I'm just gonna do it this way so you can see. So I got this one, and I'm hoping that I have enough thread with this. Otherwise, I have to put more thread in here. But I'm hoping this will be it. So yeah, I'm just really surprised that everything is coming. Everything is right around the corner so fast. The time is just, this year is going by already really quick. But that's okay, because like everybody else, we're all looking for that springtime weather. I had this all these toys in the back, and I had them in a blue bin. And when it was raining, the bin got filled with water with, you know, with the toys in it. And, you know, when I decided to throw it out, I'm like, well, that's not going to work because the water froze. The water froze with all the toys in it. They weren't really any good toys. They were just odds and ends. And I couldn't get the toys out, you know, to throw them away. So I'm like, well, this is not good. So I ended up just grabbing the whole bin because it was like full of ice. And I ended up grabbing the whole bin and just dumping it out. Hippo! Stop running! And I just grabbed it. I mean, it wasn't filled that high. I mean, it was filled high, but not that high. Kind of like a quarter of a ways with the toys. And I did end up flipping it over, and I dumped all the toys out, you know, because it was starting to get warm. And I go, I should be able to throw throw it over and get everything out. And I did. I was able to do that. And it just so happens that everything came out like a block of ice, you know, with the toys and everything. It was like a big block of ice. And I was like, oh, great. And because my first intention was, I'll just dump it out and, you know, I'll just grab it and throw it out in the garbage. But that didn't work because it was a solid rock. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to carry this. This thing is way too heavy. So I said, well, the only thing I can think of, I'm just going to have to wait until it melts. That's all I can do. So it so happens that this week it got, you know, temperature was going up. And I noticed that around the toys, I could start seeing water, like around the rim of the, you know, start seeing water melting. So I ended up like grabbing, you know, a hammer, and I started just breaking all the ice so I can start throwing some stuff out. And little by little, that's what I did. And I finally, it took me like 3 days, but I finally got rid of everything. And I just started grabbing, because some stuff had like handles and especially from old painting kits or purses. So I was literally able to grab, you know, like a handle like this, and literally grab it and just throw it on the floor so the ice would bust open. And that really worked. It really worked. And I was like, oh, cool, this is working. So finally today, I was able to finally get rid of the whole thing. You know, this morning, because it was going to be like in the 50s, I said, you know, what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to get rid of as much as I can. And, he killed it. And,
you got it.
Yeah, I finally did it. Didn't I have scissors here? Yeah.
A heart with random colors?
Huh?
A heart with random colors?
Yeah, because they gave me all these different colors. It was supposed to look like this. Like that. And I didn't want it to look like that. What? Yeah, I was like, well, you know, because it's supposed to be a flower here. And I was like, oh, okay. We'll keep the flower.
What the heck?
See the flower? Right there.
Yeah.
And then there was supposed to be one here, but that just didn't come out. Anyway, okay, guys, we're done.
Where?
Voila! It was supposed to be like right here.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you look at it like that way, it kind of
it kind of does look like a flower. But the main focal point was this flower right here. I mean, it came out okay. It didn't come out exactly the way I wanted it. And I don't know whether I'm going to hang it like this. I mean, I could put like a little string and just hang it. That's probably what I'll end up doing. Just putting a string and I'll end up hanging it somewhere. But, guys, I will never get this again. No way. I'd rather just do regular plastic canvas than to do this thing. Because this thing, as you can see, it has those big X's. And I'm like, what are the X's for? And I tried the big X's, but it just, I don't know, it just really didn't do anything. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to work it my way. I'm just going to fill in all the spots like the way they wanted it. And I'm just going to fill everything in at random, because even when I was going through the grid, I couldn't find exactly where they wanted me to put the thread. It was just becoming annoying. I said, you know what? I'm just going to do it my way.
Grandma.
And, so I ended up, you know, doing it, and this is how it came out. I think it came out cute, and I can't wait to put a string. Now, I could, you see all these little spaces here? I could whip stitch it all the way around, but that would take me a lot of time. I'll probably end up doing it after, you know, after the holiday. Maybe if I have extra time, I'll whip stitch it just so it can look closed up. It would really look nice if I did that. I'll think about it. You know, I'll probably whip stitch it. And if I do, I'll show you how it looks like. But it probably won't be until after, yeah, like in about a couple of weeks or so. Because, like I said, I'm trying to end all of the Valentine decorating and things like that. So, huh? Okay. So trying to end all that. And like I said, I think it came out cute, even though it was like that. But I think mine looks better. Okay, so I just wanted to show you, because I know I keep talking about plastic canvas, and I was like, I've had ordered, and I can't find them right now. I think I have them buried, but I know I have them. And I have always been into like what do you call it? Barbie dolls. And I really do like Barbie dolls. And I even had a little segment with my son, because I was going to Family Dollar to see if I could find another career fashion doll. I ended up buying the same one, and I was like, oh my God, that's not the one I wanted. I wanted the rock star or the other one, but I ended up buying another of the same. I said, well, that's okay, because at least now I have two of everything. So that's okay. But I do have, you know, I bought my granddaughter the backdrops, so I have those, and we just got a big, humongous dollhouse, and it's in the back. So we can't wait. I can't wait to play with that. But I was having like a little segment, you know, out in the street talking about Barbie, you know, and I'm going to try to see if I can play it out. Hopefully, maybe Thursday or so. And I was just talking about how Barbie and her friend and Barbie went to this Star Yard Cafe, and she went to go get some coffee, and Barbie goes, oh, I thought you stopped going to that place. And she goes, oh yeah, but the aroma just, you know, pulled me in. And then she goes something like, oh, I just, you know, somebody knew it was behind the, hold on, behind the counter. And it was just, and I'm just going through all the whole thing in my head. And
that's my paper.
And it just ends up with Barbie saying, oh, he's a dream, you know, her friend is saying, oh, he's a dream, and she was like all flustered, flabbergasted by seeing him and everything. Go, oh, what did he ask you? What did he say to you? He goes, oh, you're not gonna believe what he asked. You're not gonna believe it. Go, whoa, what did he say? He wanted to know if I wanted regular or decaf. Believe me, I think of these things, okay? I think of these things that make myself laugh, okay? And this is just coming out of my head. And I'm walking to Family Dollar while I'm, you know, reciting this whole little segment. I was like, that is really cute. I really like that. But anyway, I'll see if I can get more into it. And I really want them to be like friends, and being both career girls, or probably be like more like in their 20s, if anything. But anyway, let me show you. I do, again, plastic canvas, and I had the office, the bedroom, the dining room set. And when I dig them out, I'll show them to you, okay? But I did have, they came from Annie's Attic. And when I first saw them, I was like, oh my God, I gotta get them. And This is how, when I have a chance. And this is how it looks. This is the whole boutique. Okay. And then it has all the other stuff in the back, and everything is included except the plastic canvas and the yarn, of course, and the needles. Of course, you have to get that on your own. And these are all. Look, I've had this for such a long time. These are all the, of how you do the prints. And I just want to show you how everything is like crisscrossed. It's kind of hard to see because of the light. But, yeah, everything is here. My granddaughter keeps telling me, when are you going to do it? When are you going to do it? And I also...
whenever you do it, I'm
yeah.
gonna print it.
And I really want to get this together before I die.
I really want you to get this one together.
I really want to do this one. And this one, more grids, as you can see. More grids. But this one is a castle. And when I saw this, I was like, oh, I gotta get this, I gotta get
Don't
this.
You already have this
and
one made, though?
It had, let me see if I can.
Grandma,
Huh?
don't you already have this one made,
No, I didn't have that one. And it has all the pictures. I have a dining room like this as well, but the chairs don't look like that. They look different. As a matter of fact, I made a small one, and that's the entryway. And then it has the bedroom. I mean, it is just so gorgeous. Once you finish the whole thing. I mean, I did see somebody. They did a what do you call it? Living room and a study. And they did do one. This is the living room. This is the study. And they did it, and it didn't look like this. It was different, but I do remember seeing the dollhouse that she did. It was plastic canvas, and she went. I think it was it Women's Day? I think it was a thing from Women's Day. Country Woman. That's where the contest was from. It was from Country Woman. They always used to have contests in these what do you call it, in their magazines. And she had it. She sent it in, and she won $500 for making that house. And I was like, but that must have taken her a long, long time to do, because just a little tissue container out of plastic canvas can take a long time to make, let alone a dollhouse. But she won, and she won $500. Except they don't do that no more. But when I have a chance, I will dig out the, what do you call it, my other booklets. Now, I know I was talking about last week how I didn't want you guys to overdo your crocheting chain too much, because I was like, no, because one thing you have to understand when it comes to crocheting, you really have to be comfortable with your needle and your thread, okay? And like I said, this is the tension that you do. And once you start, the work starts coming. It doesn't go it doesn't go that way. Your work starts coming down this way, okay? So I always just twist it, and I just start making a chain. The only reason I'm going up, and that's because all I'm doing is starting the chain. That's all I'm doing. I'm just starting a chain. So then back here, I close it for a knot. And now I have like one, I tried to close so I have good stitches. Good stitches. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm gonna keep going. I'm just gonna, I hate it when this happens. I'm just, you know what, I'm just gonna take this loop out, do it again. If you make a mistake, take it apart. You're better off, okay, I'm telling you right now, you're better off taking it apart and starting over, because you don't want to end up going, oh, keep going, and then it's gonna look weird, and you, man, I should have taken it apart a long time ago. Yeah, you should have. You should have just started all over again, because this way, it makes you practice to improve, okay? It really does. So take it apart, start over. Okay, so when I do this, I just keep going. Again, your work is going down, okay? So I'm gonna keep going, just like this. And this is basically your chain, okay? This is your chain. Now, when you're starting, when you wanna start making your stitches go up, there's this one that's called a double crochet, okay? So you always, what you do when you're starting off anything, the double crochet, you're gonna leave the stitch right here, and you're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Keep your hand on that 4th stitch that's right there. You're gonna swing over your needle, and you're gonna go in to that stitch on top. You're going to pull through, and you're gonna have three loops. You're gonna pull through 2, and then you're gonna pull through another 2. That's your double crochet. Wind over, go into the next stitch, pull through, and now you have 3 loops. You're gonna go through 2, you're gonna go through 2. Wind over, go through the next stitch, and pull it out. You're gonna go through 2, you're gonna go through 2. And again, take your time, because not all needles and not all yarns, you know, are the same. Especially those fuzzy, those really fuzzy yarns. Oh my God, I can't stand working them because I can't see. I don't know where my needle's going. So loop over your needle, go through the stitch, and it's always the top stitch, okay? You pull through 2, you pull through 2. Yarn over, and again, this is called a double crochet. And then you go through 2, and you go through 2. Now there's another one, and I'll show you the half stitch and half double next week. And there's another, these stitches right here are your main ones. Hold on, I'm gonna show you. So a triple is 1, 2, you go over 2 times. You go through your stitch, you pull out, and now you have 4 hoops. So you go through 2, you go through 2, and then you go through another 2. Then you wind it 2 times over your needle, you go through the stitch, you pull through 2, you pull through 2, and then you pull through another 2. So wind it, you have 3 stitches, you go through the stitch in the next one, you go through 2, you go through 2, and these 2 are the ones that I made the hearts with, okay? That's how I ended up making the hearts, because all that it required was double stitches and triple stitches. That's what made the form. Okay, let me show you. This way, I just want you to see how it's going up. Hold on, just want to show you one more. You go through 2, you go through 2, and you just, like I said, there's a lot of tutorials, but the only, like I said, that they just go so fast. Okay, so just go here.
Grandma?
So, what?
Did he swallow the squeaky thing?
He better not have. So see how it's going up?
Because it's not here.
I don't know, ask Michaela. So you have...
No, he didn't.
Well,
It's
I
right
don't know
here.
what to say. Oh, okay, then it's right there. So...
That doesn't squeak anymore.
No, it doesn't. So here are your little... These are the double, and as you see, they're going higher, and these are the triple. So you usually go... You're making a lot of... What do you call it? A lot of... Oh my God, what do you call those? Projects that mostly that you make are based on these 2 stitches alone, a double and a triple. Now, as you get further into it, then you have to worry about, but just practice on the chain, practice on the double, and practice on the triple, because when you start getting yourself familiarizing yourself how to pull everything through and how it feels the tension in your hand, then you have to worry about increases and decreases. And that's when you start getting into making hats, sweaters, things like that. But that's more advanced. Just practice on these 2. That's all you got to do. And then I'll show you some more stitches as I go along. Like I said, when I made one of the hearts and it called for, I forgot what that was called, the cluster. Some people do clusters differently. And some do the, what is that called? The popcorn stitch. But it almost looks like a cluster. But they're the same but different at the same time. But again, there's hundreds and hundreds of stitches, not to mention the same thing with knitting. With knitting, I'm still working on that one, okay? I'm still trying to get there. But, I'm still trying to figure, how do they work with those needles so freaking fast? It drives me up a wall. I have to literally hold mine towards my stomach just so I can get that needle in, and that other, the thread over the other one. It's crazy. I'll show you how I do it, how it frustrates me. Practice on these 2 first, and then slowly, gradually start getting into the rest. But you got to keep at it. Just keep at it. And remember, sometimes this is a great stress reliever, and it just keeps your mind off so many other things. Just it makes you concentrate on these. But here's the other thing too. One thing I don't like about blankets, I don't like holes. I made this shawl years ago, decades ago, and I loved it. It was the most beautiful shawl I ever made. It was a triangle and it was brown, and I even put fringes on the whole thing. I loved it. I just couldn't stand all the holes I made because it required a lot of holes. But if I can do another one like that without any holes, it'll probably take me a while. I would love to make another one, because that one really it kept me warm. It was really nice. Okay, guys, so that's all I have for you guys today. Again, I'll try to dig up those other for the plastic canvas so I could show you. But you know what it is about plastic canvas? They don't sell the sheets anymore. You rarely see them. I saw some big ones at Dollar Tree the other day. Not Dollar Tree, Walmart. But they're not the double ply. It was just single ply. But anyway, like a fish in the sea, so glad you caught me. And I will catch you later on tonight. Because today is Sunday, and today is also Scrap Craft Sunday. So we'll see you in a little bit. Okay, bye.